Welcome, welcome. My name is Coach Brian of the Personal Trainer Playbook. These are my titties. And you are here for the 5 keys to crushing every consultation. As you can see in the stock photographs from PowerPoint, we have 2 middle-aged women of varying ethnic backgrounds crushing their consultations. Definitely not in a gym setting, but this is the best we could do. So what I want to do today is give you 5 practical tips for closing more deals and getting more personal training clients. So let's paint the picture here. You just started working at a gym. Maybe it's a big box gym. Maybe it's Equinox or 24-Hour Fitness or Planet Fitness or Lifetime or insert big box chain name here. You started out with no clients. You're getting a lot of opportunities to do consultations, but you still have no clients. Well, what gives? What's the problem? What are you not doing during these consultations that could be closing you more business? What are the mistakes you're making? And what are 5 things you can do tomorrow to actually make a difference and actually get you more sales? Let's go over that right now. But before we get to that, who the fuck am I and why should you listen to me? Well, again, my name is Coach Brian. I've been a personal trainer for about a decade. And more importantly for this lesson, for about a decade before I started training, I was in the corporate world as a software salesperson. Now, the corporate world fucking blows, and I spent way too much time there. But what I did acquire was some lessons in sales and how to actually get people to pay money for services. This is the biggest thing that personal trainers are missing when they start their careers is simply how to sell. How do you sit down with somebody, get them to put down their credit card, and just by talking to them for an hour, get them to like you, connect with you, and train with you. Most trainers have no idea how to do this. It scares the shit out of them, and that's why they have no clients. Okay, let's get into it. Number 1, ask deep questions. Avoid questionnaire questions and focus on things you are actually interested in talking about. Shut up and listen. So what's a questionnaire question? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's your name, it's your email, it's your phone number, all that stuff. But it can also be as simple as, where was your last gym? What do you do for work? What does your workout routine look like? These are all things that you might need to address during the consultation, but don't focus on them. Try to focus on some deeper questions. And the way you do this is by asking about things you're actually interested in. This happened to me the other day during a consultation where a girl that came in for a consult was from France. And I was really interested in what she must think about the United States since she's moved here, within the last 5 years. What does she think about the US politics, the US geography, going to different cities? So I asked her all about it. The reason I asked her about it is not because this is some way to get her to train. The reason I asked her is because I'm actually interested in what she has to say. And when you're interested in what somebody has to say, you don't fake it. You actually can connect with them on a personal level. So deep questions can go much deeper than what you'd ask on a questionnaire. And it can give you some sort of insight into what this person's worldview is, what their upbringing is, and ultimately why they want to train and what their reasons for training are. Number 2, focus on the why. Don't settle for surface level goals. Dig deeper. Get to an emotion and drill down on it. Make them feel something. Every single one of your prospects is going to give the same reasons for why they want to train. It's for building muscle, losing weight, losing fat, feeling better, feeling stronger, blah, blah, blah. They're all going to say the same thing. Your job is to drill down on why. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to have more muscle? Why do you want to get out of pain? What this is going to do is drill down on some emotion that you can start to bring out so that this person starts to feel something. People buy on emotion. If you do not get this person emotional about something during the consultation, they will not buy. Now, that doesn't mean they have to sit in your office at Tuesday at 9 a.m. and fucking bawl their eyes out. That's not what being emotional means. They can feel any sort of emotion. It could be fear. It could be happiness. It could be gratitude. It could be sadness. It could be any of the above. But the only way you're going to get them to feel an emotion is if you dig deeper and ask the question why. You're going to have to ask it over and over and over again. This may be uncomfortable for you at first. You may seem a little, pushy at the beginning, but get used to just asking the question why, and you will get to an emotion and you will get to a better place with the consultation. Number 3, assess, don't distress. Do not make the prospect feel broken. Be honest, but positive. Get them excited to train. So once you go through the sit down portion of the consultation and you actually go through an assessment, I'll tell you what's not a great way to spend an hour. Having somebody poke and prod you and have you do these weird exercises and do an overhead squat and then tell you how much you suck at it and what a piece of shit you are, and then ask them for a bunch of money at the end of it. Does that sound like a great way to spend an hour? It doesn't to me, but unfortunately, that's what a lot of personal trainers do during the assessment. They get out their FMS or whatever stupid assessment the gym has them do. They make the person feel like shit. They break them down in a hope of being able to build them back up. But here's the problem. This person doesn't trust you yet. You haven't established that. At some point, if they train with you, you can break them down a little to build them back up, but that only happens with trust. So during the assessment, do some really simple things just to see how this person moves, but always keep it positive. You want to get this person excited about training, not feeling like a piece of shit. So tell them what they need to hear and give them the truth, but give them the way out of the truth as well. And that way out should be training with you. Number 4, Goldilocks the free session. It needs to be just right. You need to be the person that can push them to their goals, but not be a masochistic asshole. So after the consultation and the assessment, typically you'll give a free personal training session to the prospect. How should you handle this session? Well, if you're most personal trainers, you view it as a way to show what a badass trainer you are, get them to sweat and puke all over themselves, and then at the end say, hey, wasn't that great? And this is really the wrong approach. What you need to do is show this person that you can actually push them, but do not give them a bad association with exercise. So do not push them too hard. Now, there's a balance here. Because if for an hour, all you do is kind of walk around, do a couple exercises, they don't really sweat that much, they don't really get any sort of strain or feel like they did any work, that's not going to be good either. So you have to Goldilocks this free session. Take them through some movement patterns. Work on squatting, hinging, pushing, and pulling. Show them what it would be like to train with you. But at the end of each exercise for one set, try to push them to failure. Try to see if you can get them to give a little bit more than they would normally give on their own. Because what you're doing is you're showing value as a trainer. They can do this shit on their own if they want, but you as the trainer are going to get them to work an extra 10, 15% harder, and you should show that during the free session. If they're getting a little bit sore after the free session, that's good. If you're killing them during the free session, that's bad. Number 5, change the environment and play hard to get. Get them off the gym floor to talk money. Create scarcity and urgency however you can. Okay, it's showtime. The free session's over. Now it's time to ask for the sale. Step number 1, get this person the fuck off the gym floor. They need to change an environment, and you need to change an environment. You are no longer the personal trainer counting sets and reps. You are the salesperson who's trying to get them to put down their credit card. Take them anywhere. Take them in the personal training office. Take them upstairs. Take them outside. Take them in your car. I don't give a shit. Get them off the gym floor. When you're talking about money and you're talking about training packages, be as direct as possible. These are big boys and girls. They can handle it. You have no idea what their financial background is. You have no idea what their family background is. You don't know what a lot of money is to them. So don't pretend that you know. Just assume that if they're in the gym, they can afford to train. The next part is try to build in some scarcity. This doesn't mean you have to flat out lie to these people, but make it seem like you don't have that much availability. Tell them you might have a spot open on Tuesday and Thursday, but it depends, and you might have to get them in now before that spot goes away. Get them talking about what days they want to train and put them in the mindset of them already training with you. Say, hey, listen, Tuesdays and Thursdays work for you. I'd rather start you off with 2 days instead of 3 because I want to make sure we can get each day in without having some sort of scheduling issue. Okay? Put them in the proper mindset for getting them to train. create some scarcity and make them seem like you are the most sought after trainer in the gym, because you are. Okay, and that's going to do it for the 5 keys to crushing every consultation. Once again, I'm Coach Brian, and if you think I'm just another weird bald guy on the internet, you are probably right, and I'll probably never see you again. But if you found these 5 tips helpful, check out pt/playbook.com. We've got some great content on there for personal trainers, as well as the PT Playbook Academy, which is a much more in-depth course on becoming a personal trainer, how to make 6 figures in your first year, and getting there quickly. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.